I love these bags, but I have not bought them yet. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Dani. I love talking about handbags, luxury handbags, contemporary brand handbags. If you like this kind of content, certainly do subscribe. Turn on notifications so that you'll be informed every time I upload a video. I would love to have you back over and over again. Today, I'll be talking about bags that I love, but I haven't bought, and why. And hopefully that might curb some of my temptation to buy these handbags. I put out this video talking about purse piece, and I would say I've done not bad this year. I don't want to jinx it just yet by making a video talking about it. The first one, the Palm Springs Mini. If you follow my channel, you're probably sick of hearing how much I love the Palm Springs Mini, but I haven't bought it yet. It's such a cute little backpack. It's so versatile in that you can wear it crossbody and you can wear it as a backpack as well. It also fits a lot, and I love that it's got a secure zip opening and it's got that top handle. There's so many things I love about it, but why haven't I bought it? I feel that it is a little bit loud for the occasions that I want to wear it for. It is a backpack, so therefore it's not that versatile in that I can't bring it to like an evening event. It's kind of too casual. It's a little bit sporty. This means that mostly I'll be taking it out when I'm with my daughter, usually at a playground or the beach, in which case I don't really want to carry monogram. I find it a little bit loud. Yeah, I just want it a bit showy. I don't want to take it to those places. So when I think about it carefully, I don't want to carry monogram when I'm out and about with my daughter. So I'm actually waiting for Louis Vuitton to come up with a more subtle design for the Palm Springs Mini. Like say even if it's in black empreinte leather, that's more subtle, or even Damier Ebene, I would love that, or even EP leather. I don't know. I've been wishing for it for a long time, but it's not happened. But you know what? I recently put out a video about the Monogram June collection. And I said in that video, I love the Damier Azur, and I really wish that Louis Vuitton would make the monogram canvas in the Damier Azur colorway, and bam, they've gone ahead and done that. So I think wishes do come true. I just have to be patient. In any case, there's no rush to buy it now. I'm trying to be good with my money, so Louis Vuitton, if you're planning on doing that, maybe can you give me a few years, please? The next bag, the Saint Laurent puffer bag. Oh, I love it. Like when it first came out, I thought it was the ugliest thing. I still remember which YouTuber unboxed it, but I'm not going to say who, just because I don't want to, I don't want to throw shade at her video. But when I first saw it, I'm like, that is one squashed bag. Like what on earth? What on earth? Why? What an awful design. But over time, it's actually grown on me. I like the fact that it is squashed, it is flat. So it means it's going to be very functional and very comfortable to carry on your body. And you're not going to feel that bulk of the bag lifting your arm up, or you're not going to be worried about pressing it down. And the quality of that bag, I hear, is excellent. People who own it seem to really love it. And it comes in so many beautiful colors, I would struggle to choose. So why haven't I bought that bag yet? Well, it does not have a back pocket. Now, if I'm looking for a really functional bag, especially a flat one, I do want it to have a back pocket. And here I am wishing that all these luxury houses are going to alter some of their current designs. Maybe you think I'm being too hopeful, but hey, the Saint Laurent camera bag used to not come with a back pocket, but now it does. So these luxury houses can be thoughtful towards the consumers sometimes. So to me, if a bag is not perfect, I persuade myself as much as possible to wait, because I really, really dislike it when a new bag comes out with a more functional design to it. I just kick myself and go like, I should have waited. The next bag I really love. I've gushed over it a lot in private. I haven't talked about it on my channel, but I would have made comments on other people's videos. It is the Louis Vuitton Cousin. Oh, again, when that bag first came out, I hated it. I'm like, what is that ugly thing? What were they thinking? Like, why? But I've really grown to love it because I can see how functional it is. I personally really like bags that have compartments. I like to have my items separated so that when I pull out one item, not so many items are going to fly out of the bag. So I personally do like compartments. The reason I didn't like it when I first saw it was because I know that when the bag is filled up, it'll fan out, and I don't necessarily think it's the most elegant look. And of course, the Kuzon also looks like a toiletry pouch. It looks like three pouches sewn together. There were comments saying that Louis Vuitton kind of just took the toiletry pouch and put a chain on it. That was before the toiletry pouch on chain came out. So people were saying like, oh, that's not a good design. I don't understand that comment because the Celine Trio has been out for years, and I don't know, I haven't heard people say that kind of comment about the Celine Trio. The Celine Trio, I don't mind that bag, but the reason, that bag is not for me is because it's actually too small, whereas the Kuzon is a little bit bigger, or they come in the larger sizes. So I think the Kuzon, it's a functional bag, especially with such a secure zippered closure. But I am not particularly sure about the quality. It is made of lambskin, and some people have said that with the LV logos that are debossed into the leather, they seem to become more shallow over time. Lambskin is very soft, so sure, the shape can change with time. I get that. So in that regard, I'm not really sure about the quality. The other issue that has stopped me is the price. So again, me being wishful, maybe I'm waiting for Louis Vuitton to lower the prices. The next bag is the side trunk. I think the side trunk is such a beautiful bag. Louis Vuitton, in my opinion, really hit the nail on the head when they came out with this bag. I really like how the design pays homage to Louis Vuitton's trunk history with the hard sides, but they've also made it functional in that the middle is very compressible and soft, so it's comfortable against your body. With the zipper opening as well, they've kind of done the clever thing like what Loewe did with their puzzle bags. Allow one end of the zipper to, I guess, float freely, and it allows for the opening to open better. Because Louis Vuitton does have a men's version, but they have a different zipper pull which is tighter, and people have said that it's a little bit tight to get in and out of that zipper. But with the side trunk, I think they've designed it really well and made it functional in that regard. Now I'm waiting because that bag is very expensive. Anything that's trunk related from Louis Vuitton often is very pricey, and it's got all that hardware on the corners of the bag as well. With time, that's going to show a lot of wear and tear. I'm waiting for some time to pass, and once someone has used their side trunk quite a lot and they've put the wear on the hardware in the corners, and I like the idea of wear and tear on the corners for specifically that bag because it looks like, it's got more character. And with that kind of wear and tear on the hardware, I would be thinking that the price would be much better compared to retail. So I'm kind of just watching this space and taking it from there. Next bag is the Lindy 26. I just looked over there because she was actually sitting over there, but I've gone and picked her up and brought her over to the couch for you. So this is not an Hermes bag. This bag I purchased off eBay. And as I said on my channel before, I do buy inspired bags to see if they'll work out for my life or not. This is inspired by the Lindy 26. Since I've owned this bag, I've used her just for work, and I love her so much. I love her so much. For my work, I need mainly one pocket externally for my ID, and this one has two. My ID does fit in. I did take my ID out so that, for privacy reasons. But my ID fits in one of these, and I like that I can just grab it out and unlock doors, open up doors without having to put down the bag to rummage through it to look for my ID. So I'll be honest, I really love this bag. And the capacity is great. I can just throw everything in. And when I drive and I have her on the passenger seat beside me, I find her so ASMR. Yeah, there's just so many things to pull and play with. Funny thing is sometimes when my daughter is with me and I might be at a supermarket checkout, I'm trying to get in and out of my bag really quickly, but I bend down and sometimes she's already gone and done it up because she loves playing with all these turn locks and all these sangles, and it's so much fun. If you have time and you're not in a hurry, it is so much fun to zip and unzip and do and undo this bag. And the bag is easy to access if you don't do it up. And sometimes what I do just for fun, I might do the sangles first and then the flap over, and it makes it really easy just to reach in like that and rummage for things. Oh, it's so much fun. And sometimes if I'm in a meeting, what I do is the sangles are already done up, but I tuck the flap in here and I'll put my phone on silent. But if I'm worried about getting notifications or phone calls, I can just stick it like that. And it is so cool and so much fun. Sometimes when I'm sitting in heavy traffic, I do find myself reaching across to this bag and just twisting and turning, twisting and turning. And of course, there's all these elements to it, but really, if you want to get into the bag really quickly, if you leave most of these open, sometimes what I do is I just secure one side, and it's actually really easy to get in and out of. I really like this bag. Maybe one day I'll go and get the real one, although the real one is about $10,000. But anyway, we'll see. But love this bag. I'm really sorry I can't tell you where I got it. Well, sorry, I can tell you where I got it, but with some of these sites, they get closed down, and that shop, although it's still on eBay, there's no inventory on there. So there you go. One thing I would advise, if you're looking for one of these inspired bags online, and you find a shop that is selling it, what I did ask the seller before paying for the bag, how do you pack the bag? Do you flatten it like a pancake and then send it to me, or do you pad it properly? And this seller took a photo of how the bag was packaged before I committed to buying it. And this was packaged really well. It was all puffed up there, and there was air paper everywhere. It was wrapped and put in a box like a large one, so it can actually sit inside comfortably without being squashed. The next bag that I really love, that I admire from afar so much, is the Chloe Marcy. I love the bigger one, the tote style one that has a double top handle. I'm pretty sure that's the one. But the one that I like is the large one that can go over the shoulder, rather than the smaller version ones with the top handles but the long crossbody. So I really like the big ones. I think that bag is iconic. I know that it's not so popular nowadays, but when I was really into luxury handbags, those were one of the bags that I remembered and I always saw around and I always admired. And because it's casual, it's hobo style, it suits my vibe. And I really like the stitching that Chloe does on the Marcy bags. Very pretty, but I haven't had a chance to add one to my collection just yet. Maybe one day, we'll see. The next bag that I have a crush on is the Fendi Mama Baguette. Oh, I like the Fendi Baguette as well, but I feel like the Fendi Baguette is too small for me. So the next size up is the Fendi Mama Baguette. It's a good size, it's a trapezoid, and it looks really soft and gushy, similar to the two bags that I talked about, so the Cousson as well as the Saint Laurent Puffer. It looks so comfortable to use, and it looks perfect for me. I haven't found one at a price in a condition that I want. That's why I'm waiting, and I kind of bought lots of bags, so I'm just trying to be good and watching the market, see how we go. Coach also has a bag that's very similar to the Fendi Mama Baguette, and that's the Coach Soft Tabby. Now, the reason I haven't gone for the Coach Soft Tabby is actually I don't really like that big C. I find it really eye-catching. It takes over the design of the bag a little bit, so I would have preferred something a little bit more subtle from Coach, or even if it was tonal hardware. Yes, I think that would be okay. The next bag I'm going to talk about is also from Fendi, and that's the Fendigraphy bag. I know, not a bag that is trendy today, or like not a bag that is new today. Like, sure, it's still around, people are still using it. Not a lot of people talk about it. Some people say like the Fendi on the bottom is too obnoxious, but I actually really like the bag. I like the shape of the bag. I do like the hardware at the bottom, in that the bag is generally subtle unless you choose to turn it over. And also, I guess the issue is that if the hardware is at the bottom, there's potential for it to be scratched up. That's just not something I'm worried about right now because I have no intentions of purchasing the bag now. I'll just let it sit in my fantasy. I'm going to wait a few years and have a look to see what they look like on the pre-loved market. Have they held up okay? And if they have, then, maybe I might go for one. It is, again, in my opinion, a very iconic bag. Fendi is also known to use really good leathers, and they know how to make their bags light. That's one thing I understand Fendi is proud about. So yes, I am tempted by the bag. At the same time, with my lifestyle, the shoulder bags don't really suit me at the moment. They don't allow me to be as agile as I need to with my daughter. So although I have shoulder bags, I'm not that comfortable using them. I have to choose a crossbody bag. And the shoulder bags as well, because of my daughter's height, when I carry a bag on my shoulder, sometimes when I turn around and she's a little bit too close to me, the bag does bump her in the head or the face. And obviously I don't want to do that to her. I think I did that once by accident and I felt really bad. So when I'm with my daughter, I don't really use shoulder bags. When she grows taller, and when she's taller than me, that's probably when that's a good time for me to start taking my shoulder bags out to use. Another bag, sorry, this list keeps going, is from Marni. I love this Marni Mini Tropicalia bag. I saw it once in the wild, A mum from my daughter's kindy was wearing it, and I was just, my eyes were just following her because the bag, I was so drawn to the bag. It was so pretty. And what happened was she was actually wearing the bag the other way around with the Marni logo on the inside. So I couldn't tell what bag it was. And she was wearing that bag over a few days. Every day she was wearing that bag, I was looking at her, looking at her, looking at her. And finally I said, look, that's such a cute bag. And she just said thank you. She didn't tell me where it was from. Anyway, I heard someone once say, like, if you're looking for a bag, just go into Farfetch, click in the description, and you're bound to find it. And for sure, I did do that. I went into Farfetch, I typed mini, woven, straw bag, brown, top handles, crossbody, and the mini Tropicalia turned up. Oh, I've had a crush on it for such a long time, especially over these years when I've had a crush on it. Marni has come up with several colors for it. But again, these bags, I find that they retain too much of their value on the pre-loved market. I've been trying to get pre-loved, but they just retain too much of their value. And I'm not willing to pay so much for that bag, given that I consider it not that functional because it's open, it's got no drawstring closure, it's got no zipper. So I'm kind of waiting for Marni to potentially rejig their design again. Again, me being wishful, but that's how I'm holding myself back from purchasing it right now. Hopefully, I'll get over it. It's been years, but I still think about the bag, and every time I see it, I hyperventilate a little bit, but that's me. I'm going to total up how much I saved from not buying these bags. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a really high number. And also leave me a comment. Are there any bags that you've had to resist for many, many years? Are my Hermes bags. So here my Birkin 25 and this is my Kelly 32. Came up with an excuse. I wouldn't encourage this, but just letting you know, this is what I said to myself. I said, look, the small bags are trendy at the moment. Go and get yourself a big bag. And when the big bag trend comes back, if you don't want this bag, you can go ahead and sell it. Now, do I think I'm going to sell it?